We're in San Antonio at Distributech, and I'm here with Jan Kulp from Schneider Electric's Wiser Energy Management Division. And when you're here talking to the utilities, what are they seeing as ways that they are trying to stabilize demand and help deal with the realities in deregulated markets now?
It's a tough life. I mean, the whole utility environment is becoming extremely challenging from their grid operation and their regulatory, and even their business model is being challenged in many places. So first of all, they need to supply demand side management solutions that go beyond C&I. Commercial industrial has been dealt with. We do it at Schneider Electric for years. Great solutions, but that's not enough. There's a real need to move down the food chain into smaller buildings like light commercial, small commercial, and residential. So that's one thing. Second of all, yes, they do need to deal with regulators, whether they are public utility commissions or municipalities that are really driving demand for home energy management solutions, energy efficiency solutions, demand response. So that's a whole new set of things that they need to deal with. And the third one is consumer engagement. Consumers are vocal. They are vocal, and the historic relationship of an energy provider with their consumers is not always great. And there's a real opportunity which utilities recognize to have really compelling, exciting, different ways of talking and communicating and engaging with their residential customers. That's a big opportunity.
So the ability to use products like that Wiser provides, the home energy management, that gives them a new level to engage with those end users.
Absolutely. Historically, I'm not saying anything novel here. You provide energy for a month and then you send a bill. And that's the only form of engagement that a consumer would ever have with a utility, except when there's an outage and you call, right? It's not a it's not a very intimate relationship, and it's not a very and it worked well, but not anymore. And so the next level now is that there's a lot of AMI deployment, a lot of smart metering deployment. It's been very expensive. A lot of consumers and regulators are wondering, what was the value of that investment on public funds for consumers? So, how do utilities add more consumer value to everything they've invested in, right? So, HVAC control, demand response, energy efficiency, weather services, messaging platforms, right? How do utilities talk to their consumers on a regular basis and not just a bill at the end of the month?
So Jan, then what should a utility be looking for to provide this kind of demand management service on a residential basis?
I think it depends on the utility. Some utilities are very well structured. They have great project management and technology teams, and they can package the Wiser Home Energy Management solution into a delivery platform for their consumers. We're very cost effective. We have the Wiser hardware, the thermostat, the Wiser apps, the Wiser cloud analytics. It's all ready to roll in a cost effective way. But other utilities don't have maybe the resources or the technology staffing to do that. And in that case, we can provide those extra services, which is project management and software integration and marketing, which means recruiting consumers, and installation services. So now Wiser becomes a much wider turnkey solution in a very cost-effective way again, but for smaller utilities that don't have that full spectrum of resources, right? So I don't want Wiser Home Energy Management to be just considered as a great value proposition and a cost-effective solution for larger utilities with those resources. We can take it into a one-stop shopping experience for utilities that want it all.
So something even on a municipal level for something of that scale?
Absolutely. This is what we're doing with one of our deployments. I mean, they have the resources to do it, but we're piloting it for them, marketing, installation, project management, software integration, the hardware, the apps, the analytics, it's all wrapped up into one Wiser solution.
Right, thank you, Jan.